episodes back, and we were just kind of like easing into it, and we didn't really bring the excitement up front. I don't particularly love the opening music this year, as much as the Daytona or the Days of Thunder theme last year. I don't know if copyrights
Yeah, we got
took that.
sued, so we had
We got sued. We don't have a big budget, so we got stacks and pennies, all we can get. We're joined today by Daryl Mott on the casting couch in Nashville, Tennessee, rather. Sorry. What are you doing over there?
Did you say Nashville, Colorado?
Yeah, my clutch coffee hasn't kicked in this morning, Daryl.
I'm visiting my friend Steven. We've been friends for a long time, 20 years maybe.
We see Steven's shoulder on the side. Tell him to pop in and say hello.
Steven's having a rough day. Steven's starting rough.
What's up, dude?
So I came to visit him to say hello, and it's time to get out of the house for a little bit. But he's been quarantined. I've been quarantined, but I had some free time, so I said I'm going to just drive through the mountains to see the leaves because I like that, and Kayla doesn't care about any of that at all.
Mm-hmm.
All those girls that like have the big hat and then they go like the Corey hat. You know what I'm saying, Lauren?
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Yep.
No, it's great, but I'm saying they like wear the outfit with the high boots and the vest, and they go take pictures in the woods.
Yeah, those are called basic.
Yeah, Kayla's not a basic bitch. She doesn't want to take fall pictures. So I say, the leaves are almost at peak. She's like,
Don't care.
Cool. And so I have to come on my own.
As you sit there with your pineapple spice caramel macchiato.
This is real China, by the way. And so I drove through the mountains to look at all the leaves, and I saw hot air balloons. They're doing hot air balloons in Asheville, and you can fly in a hot air balloon and look at the leaves. And I realized nobody's going to go on a hot air balloon with me because my girlfriend she's not basic enough to want to go on a hot air balloon and look at leaves. That's what happened.
So you're doing that with Steven, or where are you going with this story? Are you guys going on a hot air balloon?
I asked him, would you go on a hot air balloon? He said, no.
It's
terrifying. Not with you. A little weird. People start asking questions.
Well, so what's weirder than that? Me and Steven going, or me by myself with the hot air balloon operator?
You and Steven going.
Definitely you and Steven going. Yeah. In a single seater basket. Yeah.
It's an hour long. And how much do you think it costs for an hour of fun in a hot air balloon, Corey?
$300.
Lauren, you want to guess?
No.
No, you gotta guess. You're the palate queen. You have to guess.
I don't know.
Just guess. Just guess.
$180.
$250 per person.
All right, so we're both pretty close.
That sounds good.
So $500 for an hour.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, but the leaves are so pretty right now.
Do you want a balloon or not, Lauren? Not.
I mean, have we ever heard of a hot air balloon crash? Because it seems like those things would crash.
I'm sure it happens.
Yeah, Steven said. Steven's like, oh, they're not safe. And I was like, well, I think it's a gradual crash.
Well, then that's
good.
Daryl, I'm going to be on the lookout today. Those wings that are painted on the wall, outside some restaurant in Nashville, I'm going to be looking for your picture in front of that today.
Yeah. He's going to Uncommon James.
Is that what it is?
My Nashville report is that people are wearing masks. People are getting their temperatures checked before they go into restaurants. People seem to be following the rules. We were going to drive to find Jay Cutler's house to go see it, but apparently none of the celebrities actually live in Nashville. They all live outside of Nashville.
Yeah.
So that's all I got down here, guys. And that's all. That's the live weather report from Nashville, Tennessee. That and breaking news in the world of NASCAR. Eric Jones is driving the 43. Thank you, Adam Stern, who broke the story a half an hour before NASCAR themselves.
Well, I mean, they're dropping like flies.
He's got the scoop.
And, I feel like I'm a little bit of a Nostradamus of sort because I've been talking about all these dominoes falling for how long now? Months. It's almost like I know what's going on.
Almost.
What do you mean almost? I feel like I'm pretty good on.
You almost. Oh, that's okay.
I feel like I'm almost like 8 for 8 with all my free agency picks.
What else got announced this week? Kyle Larson's back.
Kyle Larson got reinstated, which I love to see it. Love to see it.
Love to see it.
Because that guy, the sport could really use that guy right now. And I know you disagree. When he comes back.
Here's my parallel.
All right.
Here's the issue.
Yeah, give me the issue.
All right.
And I'll give you the contract.
And all right. So Kyle Larson says a bad word.
Yep.
And gets gets banned for a little bit.
Yep.
NASCAR obviously has a lot to gain from Kyle Larson being a part of the sport. True or false?
True.
Of course they want him back. If Kyle Larson was, who can we pick on today? Who's behind you, Corey, in the races? Give me somebody way back there.
Josh Bilicki.
If Josh Bilicki did the same thing and hung out with a bunch of people, went on some trips, and volunteered at some food banks, maybe or maybe not, NASCAR would also allow him back. Fine,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
we don't know. But the
They've
same
done
thing
it
is
before.
happening with. Yeah, so, but my thing is like with the whole Chase Elliott and the radio thing, they obviously weren't going to black flag Chase Elliott, but I think they would have black flagged some other drivers had their radio went out. So the only issue I have with the Kyle Larson thing is this sets an example for the future. The next driver that sticks his foot in his mouth, I hope they also let him come back, or her.
They will. And who's to say that they are the judge and the jury, right, and the executioner? I don't think they want to. I think they want to do that. But let me explain the difference between Larson's situation and really anybody else who was in that particular spot. Larson, when he pretty much had everything taken away, or he gave it up, whichever way you wanted to look at it, he went and did what he knows best, which is dirt racing. And dirt racing is looked at in such a way like that's where raw talent just shines. Right? And he went on, he's won half the races. He's won, I think, over 40 races and 80 starts. So anytime you look at social media, Twitter, Facebook, anytime they don't censor something, if you look at it, Kyle Larson wins a race again. Mm-hmm. So he's always been relevant throughout this whole journey of sorts, and he's almost got like this cult following built because the 25,000 people that are at Port Royal watching him win a sprint car World of Outlaw race, or he won a mile in a USAC car this past weekend. All those guys, he's now like the folk hero. He's kind of like Robin Hood, right, if you will. Regardless of what he did, he made a mistake. He owned it, right? He's paid the time, did all the due diligence. Now when he comes back, he's going to bring all those fans that might have been turned off by NASCAR back just to watch him.
Right.
And regardless of who they watch or who they root for, that's going to be really good. Unfortunately, like when you hear driver intros, Bubba Wallace, especially where, you go to Talladega, you go to Bristol, some other places, it's not all cheers.
Right.
It's probably majority boos more so than cheers. Whatever reason be.
Recently or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Last couple months.
Okay.
I think Kyle Larson's acceptance back by the fan base won't be the same way.
Right.
I'm not going to assume.
Right, wrong, or indifferent.
Right, wrong, or indifferent.
Right.
And, I just think that he's done a killer job on the racetrack. And at the end of the day, trophies make you forget a lot of things. But he's also owned it. He's doing all the requirements NASCAR's putting in place for him. And he's a hell of a race car driver. I don't even want to argue with you about it today, Daryl.
No,
we're not going to argue about Kyle Larson's driving.
As long as they're consistent, that's all I want. If they're letting him come back,
they have
been. There's been other instances of this. Not to throw Jeremy Clements under the bus, but he said a bad word a couple years ago, and
the same thing.
Who the fuck is Jeremy Clements? No offense, but he came back.
But yes,
so it's happened before.
But there's not many guys that had the opportunity to rebuild or to stay relevant in the way Kyle Larson has over the last couple months on the dirt side, right? Let's just say, for example, it was me in that position, right? And I go and I try to race some super late model races, and I go win 10 out of 18 or 10 out of 20 races that I'm going to run. Mm-hmm. Short track asphalt racing isn't viewed the same as short track dirt racing. It's elevated because there's paid professionals that race sprint cars and even dirt late models for that matter that Kyle Larson's been racing for the last couple months. They would look at the short track stuff as just like dicking around, right? So I couldn't rebuild my stock as nearly as high as what Kyle Larson has doing the dirt stuff. So he's been in such a unique situation. There's nobody, and I repeat, nobody that could revitalize his career in the short time frame that Kyle Larson has. because he is doing unprecedented things on the racetrack, and he's given the opportunity by the manufacturer. Chevy's even came out. I mean, they were probably the ones that bashed him the hardest, and they cut all ties, whether it be dirt cars, cup cars, personal relationships. They cut that. Well, they this week released,
they agreed with NASCAR.
We agree with NASCAR, right? So they are priming the way for Kyle Larson to go where I've been telling you for the last couple months. He will be going to Hendrick, and they will be renumbering the car.
I am shocked at how many people in the Twitter world do not believe that Kyle Larson is going back. Going to Hendrick.
Let me just elaborate on the point. When I look at Twitter, it baffles me how people have no clue whatsoever how NASCAR free agency works, or like how
the business side of the sport works.
And I guess that's why they listen to Sunday Money, so they can really hear how it works, because Daryl Mott always has the inside scoop.
He tells us everything that we need to know.
So the dude uses a racial slur on a video game, loses his ride that he can't win in, and gets to come back and do a championship team. What a year. 2020 is wild, man.
It is wild.
He had one in that ride.
Yeah, he's won 6 times. Yeah, nobody else has won 6 times in that thing.
He's not competing the same. He definitely is leveling up with this move. Yes,
definitely. That is a story. I mean, that does not happen to many people.
I'll pull the text one day. When all this story wraps up with a bow on it, and Kyle Larson's won a couple times next year, I will post the text message I sent him a couple weeks after. Kind of the dust settles, right? And like he's probably feeling like he's all alone, and now he realizes the magnitude of his mess up. I said, bro, stick to the plan. Do the requirements. Do what you know how to do on the dirt stuff, and they're going to make a 30 for 30 documentary about it. And they're legitimately going to – it has all the makings of a 30 for 30 documentary of the moment where his career, for all intents and purposes, was wrecked down to the studs, and he rebuilt it to what it's eventually going to be, a race-winning, championship-competing year next year at Hendrick.
Mm-hmm.
What do you
think?
I'm
happy to see him back. I'm happy. You say it's consistent. I'm happy then. That's good. Yep. He should come back.
Yep. Now, like I said, not many people have the opportunities he has, or work with the people on the dirt side to put yourself in position to rebuild it. So that just goes to show, really and truly, Kyle Larson's ability on the racetrack. I mean, everything else kind of takes care of itself. Because at the end of the day, you get paid to drive race cars, and you do what you can to be the best ambassador for your partners. He made a mistake. He's owning it. He's coming back. He'll be driving for Hendrick. It's not like there's the rumors, right? I'm not sitting here confirming it, but that's where it's all pointing. Mm-hmm. The neon sign is lit, and they're probably going to be changing the sign above Hendrick Motorsports when they have the numbers. They're going to be ripping one number down and putting another number up.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
And there
great
you have
turnaround 2020.
Hey, I'm all about somebody's revival and somebody's just.
I like redemption.
I like redemption stories, and Kyle Larson's a good dude. I'm excited to see him come back. Another good dude who's getting a great opportunity, Chase Briscoe, gets a call up to the 14 car after a stellar 2020 season. He said prior to the season, everybody knows this now because they talk about it about 47 times every NASCAR race, every Xfinity race, that he said he had to win 8 times to have a continued career. Well, he's won 9, and he's racing for a championship here in 2 weeks. So he gets the call up to drive the 14. It's pretty cool because he was obviously a pretty outspoken Tony Stewart fan, dressed up as Tony Stewart in his Home Depot suit when he was like 8 years old. Tony is just idol growing up. So to see Chase Briscoe in the 14 makes me really happy because he is one of the good guys.
I saw something about like how many drivers that raced at Brad Keselowski Racing that are now in the Cup Series.
Yeah.
I don't remember what
pretty
the
much
number
all
was,
of them.
but yeah, it's a lot. And I think, I don't know, a testament, I think, to that group, because he did a great job whenever
Brad?
he was at BKR. Yeah, well, and those drivers too.
Yeah, so it was.
That's sad that team is no longer.
It was Hemrick.
Yeah.
Tyler Reddick.
Yeah.
Austin Cindric, Chase Briscoe. They had some good. Parker Kligerman. They had some good drivers come through there.
Yeah.
The But that wasn't the only headline. Tony, I mean, that wasn't really the big headline. Tony made a lot of splash with what he said.
Yep.
What'd he say? Actually, I didn't. I saw he was in a lot of videos, but I didn't get to see him.
Well, I meant in regards to his part of like praising the
development
Oh,
of,
yeah.
of like Ford
there. And
drivers.
he said that some of those. Go ahead.
No, you got it.
I think I have it. We just talked about it.
Yeah.
He said basically that the quality of the driver performance development program over there is unlike any other OEM that ruins drivers' careers having nowhere to go in Cup. What is he talking about?
Talking about Toyota. You know,
Go ahead.
now you look at
Now
you look at Suarez was the first one.
Whereas Eric Jones, truthfully,
Eric Jones was the next one.
He was doing great whenever he was in Xfinity and.
Yep. And then now he gets kind of shuffled out because the pipeline at the end, there's only 4 legitimate seats in a Toyota feeder system, and they spend the most amount of money in the minor leagues developing guys in midgets, guys in super late models, ARCA. They pour a lot of money into a lot of kids, and then when they get to where the funnel starts making a little bit tighter and get to the top, there's only 4 seats at Gibbs, which a couple of which are taken by guys who are just paying for a ride to hang out for a couple years and then call themselves race car drivers. And it stinks because you point to a guy, I don't know, who's a guy. Jesse Love is a guy in Cannon West who's on the Toyota development deal right now. There's really nowhere for him to go. He can go run a truck maybe at Kyle Busch Motorsports, or Chandler Smith is probably the best example because he's probably the most touted free, I guess, prospect under 18.
Mm-hmm.
He's running Kyle Busch's trucks. He'll probably run there full time next year. I don't know, but if you go, and I would imagine that Toyota's gonna be pumping the most amount of money into his career because he has the most upside. If he goes and runs well next year in a truck, they're going to want to move him to an Xfinity car, which it seems like all of those are going to be full. I heard possibly Hendrick to the 18, Riley Herbst possibly to the 98. That's the latest rumor, filling Chase Briscoe's seat. So there you have 3 full-time cars. They have room for 4, but and let's just say Chandler Smith runs Xfinity, hauls ass, does Eric Jones, wins a bunch of races, and they have to find a spot for him because they have these escalators in the contract where they have to be in Cup Series by X date, right? And they only have 4 seats, and they don't want to get rid of any of them. Then they lose them.
Shit.
Or they have to push out somebody else.
Right.
Yeah.
So like a Suarez, like a Chris Bell.
Yeah.
Do what?
Do you agree with Tony?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's pretty clear.
Yeah, it's pretty clear. You know, Ford has a pretty organized structure. I mean, I wouldn't say they're developing a whole lot of drivers. You can point to Chase Briscoe being obviously the latest one. Haley Deegan's pretty evident. Yep,
right.
She ran her first truck race this past weekend. Stayed clean, rode around, finished 16th.
People seem to be really excited about that. Is that?
I mean, it wasn't a stellar run, but you also got to think she didn't have any practice.
Mm-hmm.
She'd never driven a truck. She had the simulation and stuff like that, but it's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas is not a easy track. So, you know, the fact that she ran all the laps, there was, you know, David Gravel's another sprint car guy that comes with a lot of talent. He drove for GMS. Jeff Gordon's kind of behind it, putting some Exalta money, and he got caught up in a wreck pretty early. So, you know, Haley could have put herself in that position and wrecked as well, but she didn't, and got some valuable seat time. And I think the sport's definitely going to benefit from any sort of, I guess, area that she's in the sport. But, you know, they were definitely beating that Haley Deegan drum pretty hard on Friday night for sure. I don't know if any of you watched the truck race, but she had the commercials and then she had the whole bit. Now, good on Ford, because that's all of them and their marketing team really strapping their carriage to that show pony for sure.
Yeah.
She's a marketing darling.
Yeah. You say so.
Nope.
Yes, she is. And I do think she's a gasser. I think she's good. I think she's a good driver. She has the higher you go, the pointier the competition gets for sure. So I hope that, and I know that she's going to be working with some good people over at DGR next year. I would imagine she's going to be in a solid Xfinity ride when time comes with, Monster Energy behind her and Ford pushing her to where ultimately she's going to be the best. So I hope that she gets to the top. But it's not going to be
her
not going to be easy.
The boys,
What's that?
Nothing would make me happier than seeing her smoke those dudes,
Well, I don't think that you get to Sunday and you really particularly smoke anybody on a consistent basis. It's just I don't think anybody does that.
No, I mean in trucks. I'd love to see her live.
Yeah, I don't. She doesn't win a race next year.
Corey LaJoy.
What?
Yeah, she's not winning a race next year.
Is she winning a race ever?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think she spends a year or two, probably 2 years in trucks. I don't think she wins a race. Maybe a Martinsville if the seas part and she can smash somebody out of the way.
Zach Morris timeout, Lauren. Hold on. This is the same guy that said anybody could drive a truck. Daryl, you could drive a truck. This is the easiest series to race in. All you got to do is anybody could do it. And you're saying she doesn't have enough talent to win a race in 2 years?
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did,
No,
Lauren.
I did not.
I don't remember. You guys act like I remember what we talk about week to week.
Anybody can drive anything. It's just a matter about going fast enough to be faster than all the other guys who can also do it. That's the problem.
She's a professional driver, and you're saying there's no shot for her in the next 2 years to win a race.
I didn't say there's no shot. I just said she won't do it. I don't think.
I'm tweeting that right now.
As long as there's guys like, Johnny Sauter, Ben Rhodes, Austin Hill, like Brett Moffitt, like these guys are good drivers. They've been doing it for years, and they're driving good trucks. I don't see. I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong because if Hailie Deegan wins, that's a hell of a story. So, but hot take. I don't think that she wins, but I like Hailie. It's not going to be an easy road.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just not.
Yeah.
She's going to be on a paved road by all definition.
My friend Steven's never been to a race. I'm going to ask him right now if he would go to see this girl drive. Hold, please.
Of course he's going to. Why wouldn't you?
Watch her race every week.
She's in a car?
Yeah.
No.
She's in a car. Can't see her from the stands.
Right. It's not the lingerie football league. It's like it's race car driving.
I'm in. I think
maybe
she's
Old Spice will put her face on the hood.
And by the way, I'm not. I don't know if she's getting special media training, but Lauren, as a female, don't you think she's gotten more likable lately? I feel like she's less squeaky and hyper, and like I feel like she's more controlled in these videos. Do you think somebody has got a hold of her and said like, calm down a little bit? Because for a while there, I feel like she was just very yippy.
I'll be honest, I don't follow Hailie Deegan that closely, so I probably couldn't say, but comparing her to some other young ladies that have been in similar rides, Natalie Decker, I think she's doing great. Bless
I feel like
heart.
she's really calm now, you know?
Sure.
I wouldn't.
I think as you get older too, you
you
get
mellow
less
out a
yippy.
bit.
We're woo girls at heart, but we calm down a little.
I think she has a nice smile.
He's into the smile. He likes it.
How old is she? Is she
18 maybe? Yeah.
Okay.
So I really do hope that she runs well and wins. I just don't think that. I guess I probably worded it wrong. That would be setting unrealistic expectations for her
to go out and win a race.
To go out and win a race, because David Gilliland's trucks haven't won a race. They had David Reagan drive, and he run second at Richmond. He run well.
Mm-hmm.
But generally speaking, that's a 4th to 8th place truck. So if she can run 7th to 10th every week next year, that's
good.
Probably surpassing expectations. But if everybody expects her, Daryl, to go out and win a race next year without, Talladega and Daytona aside, then that's probably setting a little bit too high expectations.
That's fair, but I think she could be exactly what the sport needs. You're taking a nice, she's nice, she's friendly, she's marketable. Yeah. It's like Danica with a good personality.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if she can actually win a race,
yes,
then
you get the whole package.
Danica brought to NASCAR times 10.
Yep.
Yeah, we just
I
need
agree.
her to stay nice. That's the problem.
What else we got? Who else? So they dug up some trademarking paperwork from North Carolina filings, and it looks as such that the Denny Hamlin Michael Jordan team will be called 23XI Racing, 2311, if you will. What do you think about that?
I think 23andMe was taken.
I thought that it was going to be JADH MJ Racing. That had a little better ring to it to me.
James.
I just am.
James Allen Dennis Hamlin Michael Jordan Racing.
I like that.
That's got a nice ring to it.
Listen, Bubba Wallace, if you're listening to your friends from high school's podcast, you spend too much time with MJ and Denny, there's a good chance you end up with a little on your shoulder. So just make sure you keep it in check over there, because those are big egos. And I'm just saying, you are who you surround yourself with. Steven, nice guy from the Midwest. That's why I'm a nice guy.
Easy. Watch out, Steven. You're going to turn into a Debbie Downer, Daryl Downer. You're going to have a negative outlook on everything in your life if you continue to rub off on Daryl. Yeah.
I think the reason he has a negative outlook on life is maybe me.
Yeah, he's the downer. But I'm saying, I just hope that we don't see a shift in like ego. I want Bubba to like.
I think that's
lean
already
into
happened.
the goodness.
We're too far gone for that one, Daryl.
If you grow up in the cold winters of Wisconsin, you have a negative outlook on life.
Cheers to that.
The world is gray. Don't crack us China, dude.
That's why Corey and I are so upbeat.
Is Bubba harder to get a hold of now for you, Corey? Can you reach him on the phone if you need to?
Oh yeah, he's been checking up, seeing how my deal's coming along and all that. We're still buddies.
Really?
Yeah. He's not.
That makes me feel good, because I'm concerned about that situation a little bit.
Don't worry about Bubba's all right.
He's okay.
Bubba's all right. Don't worry about Bubba.
Are they gonna put the Flyman on the hood?
I don't know.
Jumpman,
yeah. The Flyman.
Jumpman.
You don't have any J's?
I'm an Adidas guy, Lauren. I don't know about that.
Okay,
that Nike life.
You don't have any J's?
Does Nike own that?
Jordan owns Jordan, right?
Yeah.
But does he own the flying Jordan?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. He owns Nike for all we know, right? At this point.
We breezed over Chase Briscoe. I don't want to go necessarily move on from it yet. I got a good Chase Briscoe story, and I kind of wanted to sing Chase Briscoe praises today a little bit.
Okay.
That's fine, but I do want to talk about headphones.
I wasn't y'all. Hey, to be clear, y'all were shitting on him.
Okay, I don't like the name. That's all.
I don't like the name either. I think they could have been a little more creative. But
guys, we had somebody ask us to not curse this week in the podcast.
Well, maybe
because they were going to listen to it with their family in the car, and I think that we have said more bad words this week than we ever said.
Yeah, sorry. Well, did they not get bleeped out?
Yeah, Alexa, you have a lot.
Sorry, you got
cut out.
Yeah,
for you.
It's not going to be posted until Friday now.
Or when Lauren shows up in an AC/DC shirt, all bets are off. You know what I mean?
So right.
Yeah,
so
she was
true.
ready to rock this morning.
It's rock and roll, Lauren. That's fine. We can talk about Briscoe, but I wanted to talk about the black flag almost incident.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that after. So Chase Briscoe. Fun fact. Chase Briscoe's first career ARCA start. Guess who was his crew chief and spotter for that? Daryl.
No.
Or the joy.
This guy. It was at IRP. He was driving for Cunningham Racing, Cunningham Motorsports, and they were taking maybe an extra car for him because this was kind of his, break-in race, and Ford was paying the bill on a little bit. So he gets there's a number 72 car. I'm sure NASCAR man or Bob Pock or somebody can probably pull the picture up, and it was like this junker. I mean, I guess the junker it wasn't as nice as the 22 or the 77, and this was kind of like the Motley crew, like Dylan's Black Mamba came with me.
Yeah.
He was like changing tires with me. Neil Lewis came. He was kind of like the engineer, and there was just three of us. Legitimately, we drove from here to IRP. This was like in my crew chiefing days when I wasn't driving. We literally drove whatever it is, 8-9 hours Indy. We got the thing through tech. We threw some springs at it in practice, and we qualified, fourth or fifth or something, and he drove like a bat out of hell, and I was spotting for him. I'm like, oh, dude, like this kid, where'd this guy come from? I've known of Chase for years now because he's ran my dad's seats for years since he's driving sprint cars.
Mm-hmm.
I knew he was a real deal then, and that was before he actually anybody knew about him. So it was cool to see Chase get, an amazing opportunity there with Stuart Haas, because as good of a race car driver he is on the track, he is equally, if not better, a great dude off the track. He's one of the good guys. So if you're looking for somebody to pull for, and also, this is going to be a hot take, and I want your opinion. Stuart Haas's driver lineup severely upgraded with that move.
Oh.
The talent level within the organization bumped up a notch.
Chase Briscoe will not win a cup race in the next 2 years.
False.
Well, suddenly the 14 car is going to get up and go. Okay.
Occasionally it does go. Every 3 weeks or so, when there's some motivation there, and it does go fast. It goes as fast as the 4 car does. But then when the fuse gets lit and self-destruction happens, then he's back there with me. But it has the capability.
Corona. I was making fun of your Haley Deegan comment.
I know you were. Well, but Chase Briscoe is a polished race car driver right now with a lot of talent. I'm excited to see what he does.
Me too.
Is he as funny on the camera? Is he going to give you that memeable interview? Probably not, but he's going to get on the gas and get the job done. Let's go to break.
Clutch Coffee Bar in Mooresville, North Carolina is redefining the drive-thru coffee game in Race City, USA. The Clutch experience is fast, friendly, and delicious. Clutch Coffee Bar offers signature lattes and mochas, custom-flavored infused energy drinks, smoothies, and more. You can also order our signature Clutch coffee beans online and have them shipped directly to you. Go to clutchcoffeebar.com or visit our 2 locations in Mooresville, 356 Williamson Road and 154 West Plaza Drive. Power up today with Clutch Coffee Bar.
And we're back. Lauren's on time crunch here, so we're going to have to pack in a bunch of conversation topics.
I got to do real work.
In 24 minutes.
Lauren, can the last show be longer? Because we only have 3 left.
Yeah.
3? That's it?
2 after today.
We might have what if we just have a Joe Rogan length? A special. But I don't know what the hell we talk about beyond. We don't know what we talk about now in 45 minutes, let alone 3 hours. That'll be a snooze fest.
So bad.
Talk about Corey LaJoy never said no to an interview request. Dude, you will be on anybody's show that asks. It's ridiculous.
That's my life motto, is just quantity over quality. That's what I go after in terms of media. The more,
Lauren,
the merrier.
I open on somebody else's show. It'll be like a high school kid that just started a YouTube channel, and Corey's like, "I'm the guest tomorrow."
I'm just trying to get him on his feet.
Daryl, he needs as many fans as he can get.
I can't be choosy. I can. I told you last night. I turn down at least 80% of the stuff I get asked to do. Or Leanne turns down probably 75%, and I turn down the other 5%. I get asked to do a lot of stuff, and I don't do it.
He's popular.
Would you do an autograph session at one of Lauren's pallet raffles?
What?
If it gets Lauren a couple bucks off a pellet, I would do it for her because I'm her friend. That's what friends do.
I haven't been in the pallet business, guys. I might be done.
Why?
I don't have time.
All right, listen. I don't want to go down that. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole yet. Kansas.
Okay.
Back to racing.
Back to racing. Joe Logano punches his ticket for the championship 4. I was happy to see my buddy get racing for a championship again. Mm-hmm. It's every other year since 2014. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yep.
14, 16, 18, and 20. Joey's going to have a shot to win the championship. He's not going to be an underdog down at Phoenix. He gets around there well. Penske has a good car for Phoenix as well. So I think that he's going to be – Harvick's going to be the favorite, but Joey's going to be right there. And Corey, who's sweating a little bit after their bad run at Kansas is that guy that owns a race team now. I bet you he's only 20 points to the good. If one guy wins that's behind him in points, he's going to be stressing a little bit getting into Martinsville possibly a must-win situation.
Oh, he might do good there, though.
He does run well there. I beat him there last time, for the record.
Kansas. Everybody's pissed. Corey, did you think it was a big deal that there was blocking? Is that a normal thing to be mad about?
There are so many layers to that topic. I don't really want to even start. But when a guy with a inferior car can hold off the fastest car of the race for more than 15 laps just by looking out of the rearview mirror and blocking him with his air. Now, there aren't many people who could have done that, looked in the mirror and continue to hold the gas wide open and hold off Kevin Harvick, because Kevin Harvick is just as crafty in knowing how to pass somebody as Joey is knowing how to block somebody. So don't discredit Joey's ability to win that race, because there are not many guys who could have done that. That was pretty impressive what Joey did behind the wheel to win that race in what he considered a must-win situation for him. If you're in position to qualify for the championship 4, you got to do whatever it takes. And Harvick would add some more championship points, which I guess they don't carry over to Phoenix anyways. But, you can sit on the side of that's not racing. You want to be able to see the guys modulate the gas and brake and slide the cars around like a Chicagoland finish of 2018 of sorts. That's what everybody points back to, is the Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson slide job. But we got to learn to live with it now, because NASCAR's committed to it for the end of the year as well as all next year until the next gen car comes out. So I love holding the gas wide open for 40 laps, running 27th? Not particularly. It doesn't put a whole lot of input back in the driver's hands. Not saying that on restarts it doesn't take ability to position yourself and to gain a couple spots. It makes restarts way more crucial, way more important. But it's more fun as a driver when you're lifting, when you're using some brake, and the disparity of speed between the straightaways and the corners is more than just consistently 178 miles an hour the entire road. So do I love it? No. Does it matter what I think about it? No. Is it going to change between now and November 2021? No. So what the heck is it worth me complaining about it? You got to figure out how to get in a fast race car and position yourself to run well. I mean, short tracks have been good with low downforce stuff, high horsepower. So, I'm not going to be sitting here with my pitchfork saying we got to cut the spoilers off, because this is what NASCAR feels best. So at the end of the day, it's their sandbox and we just play in it.
Lauren, did Andrew watch the race? How did he feel about it?
Of course he did. I don't know. We haven't debriefed on his race thought.
I think it also had to do with the fact it was Joey Logano of all people,
Yeah, I don't know why people don't like Joey.
I don't know either.
I don't get it.
He legitimately is like a super good dude. Like, he's just a normal guy.
Yeah, I don't get it. I've never understood
I think because he had run-ins with about every guy in the garage, but hey.
I like it.
Usually when you have run-ins, it's mean because you're racing for the win, whether it be Tony Stewart or Kyle Busch or Denny Hamlin. Like, he's had run-ins with all these guys because they're racing for wins.
So it was a bizarre thing to be mad about.
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. No, I obviously know him on a very personal level. Like, we're buddies. I was in his wedding, and he showed up. He was going to get coffee Monday afternoon, not even as a Monday, like 10 o'clock, and he shows up, knocks on the front door type of thing. Like, just checking in.
They're
hey,
besties.
What's going on? Yeah. Like you and Steven.
Well, Steven had a hot take about this, actually, as somebody that doesn't watch NASCAR.
All right, give me that hot take.
Well, he asked me, he said, what is the, because I was reading through the tweets, getting ready for the show, and he said, what's the big issue? I said, well, this guy was doing a lot of blocking to win the race. And what did you say?
I said, you got to race a race car.
You can't swear on here.
I heard you swear.
You said that. You said, isn't that where all the skill comes in?
Right.
He said that's where the skill is, right? Being able to block and play defense.
It's another element. It's another element to your game. You got to have the full package.
Should the only people who are winning just have the fastest car?
What'd you say? Our special guest,
Steven? The only people who are winning just have the fastest car?
I would say the fastest car wins 60% of the time.
So it has not that much to do with driving ability.
No, I mean it's got everything to do with driving ability, because it's still the fastest car. If you got somebody that's not going to push a button, it's not going to go. But it's very circumstantial. It's very situational with Track position in dirty air sometimes is more important than having the fastest car because the cars punch such a big hole in the air that if you're a faster car like you watched on Harvick on Sunday night, that you couldn't get around a little bit of a slower car because the downforce on your car is significantly less because you're in dirty air. So there's just the weight of that, right? Because
defense wins championships.
I had defense wins championships, right? The old football saying. This one, in Joey's case, possibly might win him a championship. Defense of Kansas might have put him in the Final Four, which ultimately gives him a shot to win the championship.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. That's
like
what you do. You got to pay your bills,
We're gonna kick you
right?
off, Daryl. We'll keep Steven and just get rid of you.
Right. We need
by
somebody.
The way, people are lobbying for our third host for you, Corey. Everyone keeps tagging people that you should have come on as your host, but they don't seem to know that Lauren's leaving too.
Oh, we're done.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just do a monologue.
Two hosts, Corey.
I'll just do a monologue. It'll be like Colin Coward, and I'll just sit here and make just analogies to everything. And have
Steven's available if you need him next year.
All right, dog. I'll hit you up on Instagram.
But that's what you need. You just need somebody that doesn't know anything about racing. You just teach them.
That's
you
you,
learn them.
Daryl. That's you.
That's
we don't
what.
need it.
That's what originally this show was supposed to be. But now you think that you know something now.
Oh God.
No, I have to pretend that I don't know anything to make you interesting. That's the whole problem.
I know. Chase Elliott.
Hey, so I will say this. Out of every NASCAR driver's phone number that I have in my phone, and there's a lot, I have just about everybody's.
Yeah.
Joey is probably one of the only people I would feel comfortable enough to text.
He definitely wouldn't text.
Do you know
what
I mean? Like,
no, he wouldn't text.
He's that nice that I could text him and not feel weird about it. You know?
Would you think he's nice if he doesn't text you back?
No, I'm saying I know he would.
Oh, okay.
Like, even if he has no reason to, if I text him something, he's that kind of nice guy that he would text me back. Whereas, like, some of these other dudes, I wouldn't even text them because I'm like, there's no way that they're going to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. And that's an accurate point.
I could text Joey and say, I need help moving. And he would be like, oh, okay, well, let me see what I can do.
Sorry about that.
I think you might be giving him too much credit.
No, I mean, he might send you the number for two guys in a truck.
He's that nice, though. I mean, honestly, he's really a good guy, you know?
I like it.
Yep.
What else happened at Kansas?
Well, NASCAR admittedly.
Chase headphones went out. That's what we need to talk about.
Yeah, his aux cord got unplugged.
Mm-hmm.
Chase Elliott. I don't really know the whole story. I know that Scott Miller said that they probably missed it, quote unquote, which rarely happens. Usually they're pretty consistent on making calls, which brings up, do you think if it was somebody else? If it was my radio transmission that I couldn't talk to my guys, I probably would still be at Kansas trying to figure out how to get back home.
Now, at what point in the race did this happen?
I don't know. Daryl.
Like, was it like close to the end? And because I can see how if you've got a guy who is contending for a championship,
you don't want to ruin a season.
You don't want to ruin his chances because of something that's kind of out of control. While that is a safety issue.
Well, I don't know the details. I should, but
right.
If Chase could hear the spotter,
right,
then that's okay.
Right.
They just can't.
He couldn't talk.
They might not have been able to hear him. I don't know what the details were. Did you know, Daryl? Did they talk about it on the TV?
I feel like what I've heard was that he could not hear the spotter, and that was the issue.
Oh, well, that is dangerous.
Well, it's dangerous.
But he could get a hold of the chief, and he said, "Hey, you probably should let somebody know I can't hear the spotter." You know what I mean?
Now, I guess timing of it
is if they throw caution for debris, they should definitely caution for somebody not being able to hear the spotter.
No, they wouldn't throw a caution.
Like that's a good enough reason to hey,
they just black flag.
No, they would black flag you.
I'm saying if they wanted.
And the quote unquote debris cautions have gotten few and far between. There's a lot less debris cautions. I think some of that is because there is actually less debris on the racetrack with the crash clock, and you don't have cars that are wadded up, dropping crushed panels and tape all over the racetrack anymore. So there aren't any debris cautions as much, but you don't get a caution if you can't hear. You get black flag usually.
So Chase could hear them.
Oh, so that's fine.
No, sorry. The good news was they could hear me. I just couldn't hear them once we went green.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's at the beginning of the race or.
No, there's no way that you can go the whole race and not be able to hear the crew chief. or the
Yeah,
spotlight for that matter.
That's crazy.
It's fine. It's something you can look at on Monday and go, well, we should have done this or that. But I'm fine with NASCAR. Just
I like
hoping
they
that
admitted.
Hey, at
it
the end of
could
the day,
have gone, you know.
they're all humans. They try to be consistent with their calls. A lot of instances vary a little bit. It's not all the same instance when they're making these judgment calls. So hey, they said, hey, we missed it.
Mhm.
And I can respect that. You're gonna miss it. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes you get rained out.
What else you got? I want to make sure we get to Halloween talk with Lauren here.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we've covered every dang racing topic.
Everybody's wearing me out. Everybody's wearing me out about announcing something yet. Hey,
oh, yeah.
when I get ready to announce something, it will be announced, people. We're working on it. We're kicking some stuff back
He's
and
going to
forth.
announce it in 2 weeks. That's what he said 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Well, just do order of operation. There's no ride. There's only like 1 or 2 rides left.
People
right?
can do the math. People can do the
Yeah.
math if they want to. I'm excited about what it's shaping up to be for sure. I'm really looking forward to it. But when I sign my cursive writing on a piece of paper, and then we get collectively together and figure out how to put it out, then we will put it out.
When he signs his
John Hancock.
W-2 and
Lauren, do
Yes.
we think Adam Stern is going to break the story or Corey LaJoy?
I don't know. I think someone will break the story before Corey does.
Everybody, it never
There's
stays
no
behind
secrets.
there's no secrets. But
Did you think you'd get to the 2020 and you'd be the last card in the deck?
do what?
Did you think you'd get to the end of this year being the last driver?
Yeah, I'm
So
always.
make the announcement.
I'm
Who
always.
announces first? Kyle Larson going to Hendrick or Corey wherever he's going?
I think Larson happens right around Phoenix. I'm guessing. I don't know.
You
I
think
mean,
yours happens
the
before
dominoes
that?
are falling. So like the the reinstatement, all the
Right.
Chevy
Every
announcement,
week something happens.
and all the dominoes are falling. So
Okay.
it doesn't
I'm gonna
matter
check-
because I've
make
had
sure-
the, I've been working towards this option for the last month. So it's not like I'm out of options. This was the only option that I really wanted. I turned down some other options to do this option. So
Mhm. Okay.
I will fill everybody in.
Love to see it.
I will fill everybody in on it when the time comes. Don't you worry.
Are we all right? So we're good. We don't need to worry. That makes me feel good. One less thing.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, one less
that
thing.
it?
I'll be all right.
Yeah. What else we got?
We got to take probably one more break.
Yep. But we have lots of reviews and coffees and everything to do.
All the stuff.
Okay.
Citywide to countryside. Whatever you drive, wherever you go, Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading warranty to get you there, no matter where the road takes you. Go to HerculesTire.com. There you can find the nearest authorized Hercules retail location to you. Plus, you can use the tire tracker to find out which Hercules tire fits your vehicle the best. That's HerculesTire.com. Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength.
And we're back. The two most exciting parts of our show, the clutch performer of the week, Daryl. Who do you think deserves it this week? The coveted
Corey
award.
LaJoy for all his appearances. I heard you're going on SiriusXM again this week, and you were on last week. I listened to you on the way through the mountains.
Did I do well?
Yeah, you were good. Who you were on with?
Brad Gilly.
Who were you on with? Yeah,
Brad
Gilly. Brad Gilly. You were fine.
He does a good job.
I don't remember being blown away, but I didn't turn it off.
I'm not doing it this week. I had to. I think the wife and I are going to go to the mountains possibly to hike a little bit, hang out. Thursday's our day to do that. Our little date day. So
Your date day.
can't do Sirius this week.
Mhm.
Clutch performer of the week, Daryl. I know who I'm going to give it to, but Lauren, who do you think?
I mean, the guy who blocked his way to the win.
Okay, Daryl.
Sure, Joey.
Okay. I think, man, I almost want to give it to Anthony Alfredo for flipping that thing this weekend, too.
Oh, gosh.
We didn't talk about that. Joe, I don't even think Joey drinks coffee, to be honest with you. So this week's Clutch Performer of the Week is going to go to Anthony Alfredo
Wow.
for taking a tumble in the Xfinity race in that Andy's Frozen Custard Chevy Camaro.
By the way, that's not how that works.
Wall.
We're supposed to vote on this. Lauren and I said Joey.
No, you just.
It's whatever Corey wants, Daryl. Don't you know? Come on.
Whatever. Go ahead.
Anthony Alfredo, you get the Clutch Performer of the Week. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Now, the Clutch Coffee is meant to pick somebody up in need.
Right.
Right? When you feel
Joey's
down,
okay.
When your brain isn't quite working at full capacity, you stop at Clutch Coffee and you get a little boost, right? Well, I bet you Anthony Alfredo is probably a little partly cloudy still on a Wednesday after that tumble he took. So all you have to do, Anthony Alfredo, is you go down to Clutch Coffee and you tell them we sent you, and they'll do absolutely nothing for you, but you just pay whatever it takes to get a coffee. You are the Clutch Performer of the Week, and it's brought to you by Clutch Coffee Bar in Mooresville, North Carolina. You can order Clutch Coffee beans online and have them shipped directly to you. Go to clutchcoffeebar.com. Congrats.
Lauren had 6 minutes to talk about Halloween. We're not getting out of here without Halloween talk.
No, we were probably rifling through all the good content before we got on the show today. Halloween is not my favorite holiday. It's not even a holiday, if you will. It's just a day. But I've always liked Halloween. I always liked dressing up. I had the little mask when I was like 4 years old. You'd pump it and the blood comes down, like the Scream mask.
Ugh.
I got all into it. I think I was a Power Ranger for like 8 years with the same costume. I loved the Red Ranger so much. What was your growing up? Did you dress up
and did. Usually, so I did dance whenever I was little, and we would always have, our dance costumes. So my mom was like, just wear one of your dance costumes. So I was like, whatever that was,
Daryl, what'd
Dorothy
you dress up
from
as?
The Wizard of Oz.
Speedy Gonzalez.
What?
Do you know who that is? Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what you
once.
were?
I had the little poncho and the sombrero and a little mouse
nose. You can't do that
nose.
anymore. That's cultural appropriation.
Yeah, you definitely can't do that. You'll be canceled.
Well, I feel like I'm surprised Halloween isn't canceled this year because of COVID. How are we going to do it? How are we going to give... Because you know what I'm not doing is sticking a bucket of candy out for the picky little kids to just grab a whole bunch of it and take it. I'm not doing that.
You need a candy bar dispenser.
Yeah.
Like a take one, like a napkin.
Right. Yeah, take one.
Do you do decorations? Are you guys decorative in the Halloween spirit?
No.
No. Kelly's got a couple pumpkins and the shrubbery out on the little front stoop, but we don't
I have
get
a nice
into...
garden flag that says Happy Fall and a nice doormat and some pumpkins, but we do not do Halloween decorations at my house.
No.
I do not trust the people who build graveyards in their front yard. That is just the weirdest thing to me.
With a big cobweb and a big old life-size spider on it.
Tacky.
Have you seen the Home Depot is selling a 20-foot tall skeleton?
Awful. I would never
like
spend my money on that.
Have you seen it? You haven't seen it?
No, I haven't seen it. I haven't been by. You're the home builder in this group, Daryl, so I don't go by Home Depot very often. If you had to dress up this year, what are you going to dress Poppy up as?
Well, I just realized Monday that Halloween is next week.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I probably need to figure something out because I don't have anything.
Did you see the costume that my mom got Levi, little lion?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
That was pretty cute.
I love it.
Looks like a lion. If you had to dress up this year, Daryl, what would you dress up as?
I'm going to Halloween parties. I'm done. COVID's over. I'm just gonna go party, man.
You know who you could dress up as? David Grohl.
Don't do it.
David Grohl.
David Grohl.
Yeah.
Just walk around with a guitar, and just keep singing. I got another confession to make. I'm no fool.
Wow.
That's you.
That's me. I think I haven't been to a Halloween party since I was a kid. I'm kind of like Lauren. I got into it at school because kids did it, but since I've been a grown up, I've never gone. And people try to invite me a lot, and I'm like, it's not for me.
No.
But I did dress up as Rutledge Wood once at the racetrack.
Did you?
And stayed in character all day, and that was a fun costume.
Did you wear a Big Lots pin?
I had a Speed shirt on, and I had glasses like his, and I did a little faux hawk, and I
wore some Air Maxes.
Yeah, and I did an impression of him all day, and it didn't go. He didn't think it was as funny as I thought it was.
What's your Rutledge? Hey, give me a Rutledge impression.
No, that's not nice.
No, we've done enough impersonations on here. Give it to me.
It's a lot of this. It's a lot of.
Yeah,
Kyle
very.
Petty. Kyle Petty.
He's very animated. Yeah, that's his stick though. He does a good job.
I love it.
It's kind of like that. It's a little bit Jimmy Fallon-ish, like he's positive and happy and excited, but we're friends again. We're getting along good, so I don't want to say anything like not nice.
Okay.
The Big Lot.
He's a nice
Rutledge Wood. Remember that when somebody called him that? That was great.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's no Halloween at the Gorman household. We got it. Yeah. No candy. You're gonna you guys gonna go away so the doorbell doesn't ring every 10 minutes?
I don't know what we'll. I'll let you know next.
I know what you're gonna go to your parents' house and let them take the ball.
Go to my parents' house.
Yeah.
Yep.
Time for our O'Reilly review section. Do we have any good reviews?
We do. We have a few good ones.
All right. Do you have them up?
Okay, I have one.
Bombs
I
away.
really liked this one.
Bombs away.
I don't know if it's Levy069 or maybe Levi069. One hell of a podcast. I absolutely love the show, and it's a must listen. It's sad to see it most likely not coming back, but that's okay because I'm used to being I like that one. He must be a Corey LaJoy fan if he's used to being disappointed.
Absolutely. That's what my life and career is, a disappointment.
Come on, Daryl. Read us one off.
Bob the Landscaper, 5 stars. Thanks, Bob the Landscaper. This is by far the best NASCAR podcast. I listen every week and will choose this before all others. I have become a huge fan of Corey because of this platform. You're welcome, Corey. Lauren and Poppy are great co-hosts. Daryl, you're doing much better. Keep up the hard work. It's a must. If you must end the podcast, please start another one next year. What say you, Corey? Everybody keeps asking on Twitter, too. Are you going to keep going or what?
I don't know. We'll see.
Or what?
I mean, it remains to be seen. We'll see.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm already 38 seconds late to my meeting.
Okay. Who's it with?
Martinsville.
Hot dogs?
Yep.
The red dogs or normal dogs?
Are they going to do fans of Martinsville?
Yeah, big crowd, 1,000 fans.
1,000 people. What the heck? Who the heck comes up with that? 1,000 people is all you can have.
You can thank Governor Ralph Northam for that.
A 40,000 capacity. How stupid. You got to have 1,000 people staffed, regardless if there's 500 people or 20,000 people. 1,000 people. Good job.
I say we all just go down there. We storm the gates. Let's all go to Martinsville.
That's stupid.
Fun stuff.
All right, well.
Hey, that was the O'Reilly review section.
Yeah.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. They're close, convenient, and known for their everyday low prices and excellent customer service from professional parts people you can trust. Stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts today. O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day. I actually went to O'Reilly Auto Parts this past week, Daryl. No lie.
What'd you buy?
I got some coil packs for the Lincoln as well as a left front upper control arm because the ball joint was acting up on it. So I went to O'Reilly's, and I was thinking O'Reilly's, and they are so nice. They are the Chick-fil-A of auto parts stores, like you said. That was Sunday Money. Great show.
Sunday Money.
That was great.
2 episodes to go, and then there were none, unless we pull a Christmas bonus.
Yeah. There'll be a Christmas special, maybe.
A little Christmas show?
Only if you dress up like Santa Claus for our YouTube watchers.
I'm going to be Dave Grohl, Santa Claus. And, do you want to promote your appearance today? Corey's going to be on a YouTube show tonight, kids.
I'm not planning on doing that. I don't know why that tweet came up. I don't know if it's something I already recorded. I have no clue about that, what you sent me. But yeah, have a great day.
Hey,
see you,
wait,
Steven.
real quick.
Nice meeting you.
If Lauren and I decide to do a podcast next year, will you come on our show?
I'll be a guest every now and then.
Okay, good to know.
We'll
Lauren.
call it.
Sounds good
We're
to me.
good. We'll keep going with our plan, Lauren, okay?
Okay, sounds good to me. I love it. Gotta go work.
I got FOMO.
Later, guys. Be
Bye.
good. Stay cool. See ya.